Welcome to another episode of Minibar Musings. Today I am joined here by Meier from the Legian management group. A first important question is called Minibar Musings, so that means we drink something from the minibar. What is your go-to drink here?
I'll take my favorite. I take a glass of champagne, Tétanger, Cuvée Legian, and perhaps you join me.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I didn't have breakfast yet, so that's going to be interesting.
Okay.
Right, so here you are, Tétanger, Brook, Research.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have a special cuvée for Legian with Tétanger, so we're very proud of that. So,
Is it like you say special from the Legian?
it's a Tétanger champagne, but we have a little special limited edition edition Legian, so we're very proud of that.
Correct.
So it's a limited edition for the Legian only?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Ooh.
I think you need more glasses there. I only see two of them.
Where is it made?
It's a classical French champagne, correct? Yeah. It's been our house champagne for some time, and we enjoy the collaboration with them. We have once a year champagne dinner with them, and it's the story is similar. It's a boutique champagne. It's not one of the big houses, so it's a very nice link to our philosophy of, being a independent boutique operator rather than part of a large group.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right. Well, nice meeting you.
Cheers.
Thank you for the
Nice.
invitation. Cheers.
Thank you
Good
for coming. Let me first, before we get started. Oh, that smells good. Oh yeah. That's really nice.
Always nice to be champagne.
Mm. The cornerstone of a good breakfast.
I agree with you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's get started.
Welcome. I'm Lisa van der Stok, visual storyteller and host of Minibar Musings, the podcast where I muse with unique and visionary people in the hospitality industry. You're currently in a hotel room, grab a drink from the minibar and enjoy. If you're doing something productive, keep going. We will muse while you cook, clean, run, drive, or work out. Let's get into it.
I am Lisa and I do visual storytelling for unique hotels with a vision that goes beyond luxury. And I chose the Legian Seminyak because several reasons. First and foremost, because I heard many good things about them. And then I came to visit and I was so impressed and I really liked the feel, the aesthetic, and the fact that it is traditional design, but with a contemporary twist. So that was my initial impression why I reached out, and I'm so now here seated with Hans-Jörg Meier from the Legian management group. And so I wanted to start and ask you, so what is your vision, like what according to you is the unique selling point of the Legian?
Correct. Thank you very much. Nice to be here. The Legian, we call it the Grand Dame of Seminyak. We've been around for almost 30 years. And we have really 2 or 3 simple angles we feel like a hotel makes unique. First of all, it's the design and architecture as a sense of place. So we want to show people come to us that we are in Bali and are proud of that. Like I said, with a contemporary twist. So architect and design are both Indonesian. And of course, the most important part is our employees. We want them to be natural. We want them to be hosts. And all guests really come to a home away from home, and the very high number of repeat guests proves that we're on the right track with that. And that makes the hotel very unique and very special.
And I read that this hotel is designed by Jaya Ibrahim. Can you tell a bit more about the collaboration you had with him, or like when you met him, and about the vision behind the architecture of this hotel?
Sure. Late Jaya was not a trained architect or designer. He, as a young man, was with his family based in London, and he had the pleasure to work to do a training in the kitchen at the Hempel Hotel in London. But very soon he and the owner, famous Anushka Hempel, discovered that kitchen was not the right place for him. He would not really be good in peeling carrots, but he had a very good eye for details, for design. So she took him under her wings, and so we started to kind of go into interior design, setting up rooms, make sure everything looks always perfect. And from there, when he returned to Indonesia, we started to work on his what one likes to do, and really kind of like setting up homes, and that's where it started. And from there, then around 30 years ago, he was appointed to be the interior designer of the famous Dharma Wangsa Hotel in Jakarta, as well as the Legian Seminyak at the time. And these two hotels really kicked off his career, and from there, the journey went on, and he did many homes, not just in Southeast Asia, but also in the Middle East, in Europe, in the United States, and the same with hotels. So it's a very unique approach of I wouldn't call it designing hotels, but really designing homes away from home, and that's really the story of later Jaya Ibrahim.
And how would you describe the Legian to someone who has never visited?
I really think that Home from Home, it's first of all the suites, it's an all suite hotel, and then we have the club villas, all very spacious. So the entry level room or suite is 100 square meter, so it's really more an apartment than actually a room. And then again, the design and the care factor, the kind of like being looked after by our employees. We have around 350 employees for the 67 suites. Many of them, more than half, been us for 20 years. So it's really kind of like a very special, personal atmosphere throughout the hotel.
So you create this personal atmosphere, and what would you say is like your typical guest, or what is let's say your favorite guest? Like, can you describe? You don't have to name any names, but a type of person that sees the Legian as their home.
Right. Well, interesting. Over the years, we had always, particularly three very well-known head designer of famous fashion houses from Paris. And they really enjoyed, first of all, the whole Bali feeling about it, and they really came back over the years, and one of them still coming back because of what you described, the kind of like design and sense of place, and of course also the service. So I think someone who really has an appreciation of understated luxury, of a warm approach of how we're doing things. Is it design? Is it the service? Is it the whole atmosphere? And it just wants to have a good time and being looked after. And I think that whole package makes this kind of profile of people coming back again and again, telling their friends, and that makes it very unique. Yeah.
And so, what is your favorite spot in the hotel?
My favorite spot is really the restaurant. Is it for morning a cup of espresso? Is it for lunch? Or is it for dinner? We have different settings because we have one restaurant. So we set up the restaurant different for breakfast, different for lunch, and for dinner. So we go with the vibe of the day. And like all areas in the hotel, it's a dramatic view over the pool into the Indian Ocean with the waves coming in. And I think, I've been in and out of the hotel for 20 years. I still think every morning it's a very special place when I come at 7 o'clock sometimes and have my espresso, perfectly brewed espresso. And then I think it's just very, very unique. Even after so many years, it's still very dramatic and very special. Yeah. So that would be my special spot.
So you've been here for now almost 30 years.
Well, I was here the first time 20 years ago. I was here for 6 years, left, and came back 6 years ago. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like a very long time. I'm sure that in that long time span, a lot of things must have happened. Can you recall like one funny incident that happened here at the Legian that like you can share?
Well, there were many funny incidents, but I think one is very special and it tells a bit the story about the hotel. A gentleman who comes to the hotel since its openings in '96, he got, believe it or not, married 3 times at the Legian Hotel. And so obviously the first 2 weddings didn't work out, or the relationships, but he felt comfortable all the time to come back again to the Legian, not having any thoughts about what people think about me or whatever. He just has a strong connection to the hotel, it's a strong connection to our team, and felt, they're comfortable with me, I'm comfortable with them, I'm comfortable bringing my latest wife or future wife to the hotel. So he got married 3 times. He was here most recently. We had a nice bottle of champagne with his 3rd wife. Seems to be everything's okay. But I did tell him, under just him and me, if he wants to come back again, we're ready for him.
You should get like a card where you can just
like, get a loyalty program.
Yeah, get some stamps.
Correct.
Loyalty. The 10 times for free.
Correct. Yeah.
And you're not only having your focus here on the Legian Seminyak, you're also, in charge of expansion in Asia and the Middle East. Your upcoming project in Oman is underway. What would you say is the unique angle, the unique aspect of your Oman development?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the one in Oman, it's be called different. It's going to be the Malkai. It's for a family. We work with them together on this, and there the unique point is it's 3 hotels, and the guest goes on a journey to discover Oman, a beautiful country in the Middle East. So the first one is in Barca, more down on the sea level, in a beautiful farm. From there, after 2 nights, drive up to the mountains, about 2,400 meters above sea level. Stay there 2 nights at least, and then from there drive another 3 hours down again into the desert, like Bedouins, and from there go back again to the starting point in Barca. So it's really a journey. It's about the hotel, it's about the experience, it's about discovering this beautiful country, and has, of course, its challenges. We want to make sure the butler always travels with the guests, which makes it very unique. But I think that's really something quite unique and very special, and we're excited about it, and we plan to open this place most likely in Q1 or latest Q2 of next year. So
it's if I understand, like it's a curated journey that guests go on.
Correct.
And would you say that's also the something you're doing here in Bali, organizing these curated journeys for guests?
Correct. That's actually our plan. We have a project in Bali. We are here in Seminyak, so we have a project in Canggu, which is a bit more the happening party area, but we're also working on a project in Ubud, the more the cultural part of Bali. So again, like you just correctly said, the idea is that guests then can come to Bali for 10 days or 12 days and experience 3 different locations with a similar approach, but each place will still have its own sense of place. Ubud is different than Seminyak. Seminyak is different than Canggu, and that's something we plan and get done in the next latest 3 years. Yeah.
I really like that, because then as a guest you know what you can expect, but like you explore a place, you're not just like stationary in one hotel.
Right.
But you also don't have to stress like, oh, what will that other place be, because you know that you have that continuum of the quality that you are acquainted
I agree.
to.
And Bali, every area is a bit different. Bali is a big island, so it's nice to see different angles of this beautiful, very special island.
Yeah, true. I love Bali. So, but like, if you could open a hotel, a new one anywhere in the world, where would you like put a new Legian?
That's a very good question. I'm very excited about what's happening in the Middle East, and in particular Oman. That's definitely something. I'm from Switzerland, so somewhere up on the hills in Switzerland would be an exciting place as well. But it's hard it's hard to say. There's so many nice places.
But you have to pick one.
Okay, good. Then Indonesia is still a lot of potential. We all talk about Bali. I think Raja Ampat probably would be my first pick.
I'm gonna do it with a boat. I mean, with a sailing boat.
I think boat is nice, but I think to have similar to creating, maybe having like 3 lodges on 3 different islands. You know, they're quite widespread.
Yeah.
And then people take a journey by boat, but you don't stay in the boat all the time. I think that would be a very exciting and ambitious project, and I think it would be a nice way to display this beautiful country. There's more than just Bali in Indonesia. That would be a nice way to do it.
Okay, count me in. I love that. I love the idea.
Be the first one to get the news if it's happened.
So then now it's more about your experience as a traveler, as a guest yourself, because you also visit other hotels. So first of all, window or aisle seat?
Aisle.
Really?
Yes.
So you can stretch your legs.
No, I just I like the aisle because I feel like I'm not perched in, but having the privilege to travel business class, and my favorite airline is Singapore Airlines, that's actually not a problem. Then it can be window aisle at the same time. So that's nice.
You're just by yourself. Then, what is the best travel tip that you ever received, or like some travel advice that you live by?
I think one of the very special places was to go to Bhutan, and what we talked about before, creating a journey. I had the pleasure to experience with Amal Resort in Bhutan, and it was really that kind of like, first of all, to go into Bhutan was very, very unique, and then travel between 5 lodges in a country was very, very unique. And you really get to know the country, and I thought it was a very special place, also because it's on purpose not open to mass tourism, and I thought it was a very beautiful, very unique experience with wonderful people, wonderful sceneries, and of course great hotels.
So Bhutan, was that because you also worked with Como hotels, and they
that
have
was
places
later, but I was there before. Before I thought with Como, I took this journey on basically on advice from colleagues and new friends, and I treated myself for that journey. And later had the pleasure to work with Como, but we also had two hotels in Bhutan. So it's a very special place. Yeah.
And what would you say is like your favorite travel memory, like a specific thing that happened over the years of traveling?
Me and my wife, we do like to take short trips to explore new areas, and often it's about food and culture. So we enjoy going 3-4 days just to Tokyo and explore restaurants. We do the same in the United States, believe it or not, for food as well. So I think we really kind of like, without huge planning, just go and take a trip and have a good time. Nice hotel, good food, nice wine, champagne, and that's really what we like, and is our favorite kind of travel experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Go ahead.
And what's your favorite way to explore a city? Are you,
The favorite, sorry?
Way of exploring a city.
Again, I do think a hotel is one thing, but I believe restaurants, and I'm not talking about always Michelin star restaurants. I think through the food and the culture, you get to know a place much better than you just follow the traditional kind of museums and whatever tourist things. So I think that's really something to explore. Restaurants, bars, where the locals go, neighborhoods, and that's for me the interesting part of going to a place and discover a place. Yeah, I would say so.
You have a local tip for around the Legian here, like a place that when people visit, where to go, except for the, exceptional restaurant here, but like what is the local warung that is a must visit?
Well, I would say one of my favorites is definitely the restaurant Bamboo. It's a beautiful appointed Indonesian restaurant, 3-minute walk from the Legian, really beautifully designed and appointed, very nice menu, and chefs from all parts of Indonesia contributed to the menu. So I think the whole overall package from ambience, food, service is just top notch, and people come to Bali. I think the local food, it deserves more credit. You know, everybody talks about Thai food and Chinese food, and I think Indonesian food has a lot to offer because it's such a large variety of the country. And I would highly recommend to visit Bamboo.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
So, what do you order in Bamboo? Like, what's your go-to order?
Actually, my go-to order is I ask for the special of the day, and they have daily specials and from different areas, and I often just let them surprise me and have never been disappointed.
Okay. So, but if you have to pick like one Indonesian dish, what would it be?
Well, again, that really depends. If there's a fresh fish on the menu, I like seafood and fish. There's good meat dishes, excellent vegan and vegetarian dishes. So I'm not fixed. I'm quite an open-minded palette, and I just often like to listen to the chef or the owner and say, you know, tell me what is fresh, tell me what is special, and I'll indulge.
You go with that.
Correct.
So then, a few last questions. The Legian is on fire, and you can only save one item, one thing. What would you take?
Well, if I stay with my wife, obviously take my wife with me. And if I stay alone, I just put on a sarong, and go up in sarong out of the hotel.
The sarong.
Yeah, correct. So I'm living in style.
Priorities.
Correct.
So the concept of the podcast is also like paying it forward, or like having a bit of a link with the other guests that come on the show. So I would like for you to come up with a question that I'm going to ask to the next guest that I'm going to interview, and like you don't know who that is, so that's a bit of a surprise, but then I will ask you a question to the next guest.
Right. I always think one question is, what do they enjoy most about their job? And I think it sounds like a common question, but I do think it's very important, because we are in our business, we are exposed to a lot of different, encounters with guests, with employees, and so what do they find the most exciting part of their job? I think that's something interesting.
I'll ask that. Can I ask you that question? What do you like most about your job?
Well, I really think it's the interaction with the people, with the guests. I mean, here we have, guests from all over the world, and I find it very interesting to talk and meet people from, is it regulars who we see every year, or is it guests who come the first time to Bali? Is it guests who haven't been here for 30 years and are back? And I just find it, in general, just interesting to interact and meet people from all walks of life, and that's what makes a hotel, in my view, very exciting. To be out there, meet the guests, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're happy. Same, of course, with the employees. But then, having a chit chat with them and just look after them and make sure they go back and will come back again. So that's really, it's about people. I think that's what keeps me going in this business. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the hospitality it's about the people, so that's a very good answer. So a last question is, after this interview, I'll be traveling to Sumba and then to Europe. So in Europe, who should I meet there? Is there someone that you say, bring him or her on the podcast? Then I'll go and hunt that person down. Well,
one of the two-time most special experience I had was at Hotel Villa d'Este in Lake of Como. And I think if you have the opportunity, I'll link you with the general manager of that hotel. I think there would be a very interesting brokers for you, because I think that hotel, maybe similar to us, maybe even more advanced. They've been around for many years. Of course, it's a world famous hotel, but again, I think what makes it special is the location, the history, the employees, many of them there for a long time, and also the guests. And like here, I think a hotel is architecture, design, its location, it's the employees, it's also the guest. They create an atmosphere. It's very unique, and every time I go back there, I treat myself after dinner in the bar, and I think that sitting in a bar and having a cocktail there is better than the best movie, because you really see people from all over the world, all walks of life, and it's just fascinating. I would think that would be a great opportunity. Villa d'Este in Como.
And who should I meet there?
The general manager. I'll connect you with you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then I'll send you a picture of me having a cocktail
Great.
on
I will sit. I'll follow up on you.
on the terrace. Thank you so much for joining me on this Minibar Musing Hands, and thank you for champagne.
Good. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
It was nice meeting you. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.